Today, I get to film something special, and it's gonna be this. This is a 2020 Škoda Scala Monte Carlo Turbo. I'm gonna start the exterior of the Škoda Scala by first talking about, well, the headlights. Now, at first glance, they look like normal headlights, but you can see what it says here. Škoda crystal lighting. And indeed, the lighting system on this thing is fancy, so, well, let me show you. So you can see the daytime running lights are on. They're on the top. But this thing does something really, really cool. Now you can see I've turned on the main lights. And they're LED, obviously. This is a high-end vehicle. But there are lines that turn on in the headlights. Now there are fog lights in this vehicle. I can just pull the switch up once, and then there are rear fog lights. Obviously I can't show that to you, but there are fog lights, so if there is fog, you can see in the fog. Now, the turn signals take the place of the daytime running light, which you see in a lot of luxury vehicles, but I love the lighting system on this vehicle because, I mean, this looks so cool and looks so aggressive. How can't you not like it? Now, despite these Škoda's cool LED lighting system, there is one drawback to the lighting system, and that would be mainly that the fog light is a halogen. Wait, remember that this is a sports car with cool LEDs and all that. Why does it have a halogen? But nothing is as cool as, well, probably the interior. I mean, it's kind of basic like a Volkswagen interior, but there are some few benefits over a Volkswagen interior. For example, there are these really nice bucket seats, cloth bucket seats, with very thick side bolstering, but fortunately there is fake carbon fiber on the bucket seat. When you close the door, you can see a nice little animation come up, and the gauge cluster reveals itself. Now this is going to be kind of slow, but I have a giant glass roof that gently opens up. Now unfortunately this glass roof doesn't open though, because it's just one big piece of glass, but hey, at least it's there. It brings some light into the cabin without actually using the cabin lights. Now when I turn off the car, this is something to do with this gauge cluster here, I actually really like the animation it does when I turn it off. You can see a picture of the car, around the car, and it's really cool. LED lights and your driving distance. And while the features on here are pretty cool, like the really nice LED lights, the bucket seats, the gauge cluster, we still have to talk about the infotainment system, which is actually quite large. Now you can see the infotainment system here. It's a pretty large infotainment system, but it just, you know, works like an infotainment system, except there are no physical volume knobs or physical buttons. Instead, it's just touch buttons. And I actually really like that because, you know, it gives this screen kind of a flat appearance. You don't have to stare at some ugly knobs or anything like that. Instead, it's just plain flat screen with flush buttons. You can see, this works like a normal button. Next up, I want to talk about the climate controls, which also have some unusual stuff to them. And I'm going to be starting with the way to adjust the fan speed. Now, in most cars, there is just a button in the center control stack, adjust the fan speed, and you're good to go. No. In this car, that has to be done through the screen. You have to press this menu button, which brings up a variety of climate controls, as you can see here. But the fan speed is adjusted right here. You can see swiping to adjust my fan speed. And when I put the fan speed all the way to 1, listen how quiet it is. silence. Next up, we climb into the back seat of the Scala, where it's actually quite roomy in here. This seat's all the way back, so there is going to be some tight room here. But you can see this seat is where I'd normally sit. And I've got some good knee room, and I've got lots of headroom. We do get the same bucket seat style with all of the red stuff and the carbon fiber, and the fake carbon fiber, I mean, sorry. But this is kind of a minimal back seat, which is what this is. I mean, you do get a climate vent here. Climate vents, which is, you know, it's normal for a car this size and all that, but pretty much it's just a minimal back seat here. Next up, we move on to the back of the Škoda Scala, where you'll see, again, the nice taillight design. But we're going to check out the cargo area, and to do that, this is not a power tailgate, but it's a light tailgate, so it's not a problem. You can see I have a reasonable amount of cargo space back here. You can see I've got a good amount of cargo space, but nothing really interesting in the cargo area. Still looks like a normal cargo area, but there is a first aid kit in there, but not just any first aid kit, but a Škoda branded first aid kit. I don't know why that's there, but it's there. Now, there are a few drawbacks in this interior, mainly the fake carbon fiber trim just everywhere. I'm talking about the bucket seats, I'm talking about the dashboard. It's all just, you know, fake carbon fiber, and honestly, Škoda should have just done better and added real carbon fiber. I mean, they should have just took the extra mile for giving quality to their customers, not pissing off their customers for fake carbon fiber. Now, guys, I hope you like and subscribe for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm reviewing a car that we can't really get in America. This brand is from the Czech Republic, but again, Volkswagen owns it, so they do pretty much the same chime, the same turn signal stocks, and there are parts, you know, similar from Volkswagen and Audi that does make its way into the car, but I hope you like and subscribe, because I really enjoy reviewing cars, and I like cars, honestly. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy. Like and subscribe. Here are some overviews and looks of the car.